seniors, here's a shocking truth. Oatmeal, the food you've been told is the golden breakfast, could actually be quietly harming your health. Yes, this superfood praised for lowering cholesterol, balancing blood sugar, and aiding digestion can turn into a hidden trap if you make even small mistakes in preparing it. Studies show that more than 8 out of 10 people over 60 are unknowingly canceling out the benefits of oatmeal every single morning. Think about that. Instead of protecting your heart, the wrong oats, the wrong toppings, or even the wrong cooking method can raise inflammation, spike blood sugar, and leave you weaker, not stronger. That's why in today's video, I'm going to reveal the 10 most dangerous oatmeal mistakes. Simple errors that many seniors make without realizing it. And I'll also give you the easy fixes so your oatmeal works for your body, not against it. Before we dive in, let me ask, where are you watching from today? I love hearing from our community around the world. And if you're new here, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss our science-backed health tips. Stay with me until the very end, because mistake number 1 is the most surprising of all. Now let's begin with mistake number 10. Mistake number 10, adding too much sugar. Oatmeal on its own is one of the healthiest foods you can put on the table. It's packed with beta-glucan, fiber, magnesium, and antioxidants that protect your heart blood vessels and digestion. But here's the catch. The moment you start loading that bowl with sugar syrups or sweet toppings, you transform this superfood into a silent sugar bomb. Many people say it's just a teaspoon. What harm can that do? The truth is, even that small sprinkle can send your blood sugar soaring, followed by a crash that leaves you shaky, tired, and craving more food all morning. Over time, this roller coaster wears down your metabolism. It weakens your insulin response, and it quietly sets the stage for type 2 diabetes, stubborn weight gain, and heart disease. Research has proven this. Studies in clinical nutrition show that starting your day with high-sugar breakfasts triggers stronger cravings throughout the day, especially for unhealthy snacks. For seniors, this means faster fat accumulation around the belly and waistline, the most dangerous fat linked to heart problems. And sugar doesn't just affect weight. Excess sugar weakens your immune system and fuels chronic inflammation, speeding up the aging process inside your body. Imagine this. You're trying to do the right thing eating oatmeal every morning, but that spoonful of sugar is undoing your effort. It's like exercising faithfully, but wearing ankle weights that drag you down. The effort is real, but the results slip away. So, what's the fix? Choose natural ways to sweeten your oats. Ripe bananas or apple slices add gentle natural sugar plus fiber. Berries like blueberries or strawberries bring powerful antioxidants. Even a sprinkle of cinnamon or a drop of vanilla extract adds warmth and flavor without the sugar spike. This one change keeps your heart safe, your blood sugar steady, and your energy high through the morning. If you've ever added sugar to your oatmeal, type the number 10 in the comments. I'd love to see how many of us can relate. Now that we've uncovered the sugar trap, let's move on to mistake number 9. It's one that hides behind colorful packaging and often fools even the most health-conscious seniors. Mistake number 9. Relying on pre-flavored instant oatmeal. I understand. Mornings can be busy. You want something quick, easy, and tasty. So those colorful instant oatmeal packets labeled apple, cinnamon, strawberries, and cream, or even chocolate, look tempting. But here's the hidden truth. Those packets often do more harm than good. Behind the sweet flavor and quick cooking lies a minefield of added sugars, artificial flavors, preservatives, and sodium. Just one packet can hold 15 to 20 grams of sugar. That's 4 to 5 teaspoons, the same as eating a small candy bar for breakfast. Think about that. Would you sit down in the morning and unwrap a candy bar, believing it's heart-healthy? Probably not. But that's what these instant packets deliver. Instead of steady, lasting energy, you get a sharp sugar spike followed by a crash that leaves you tired, hungry, and reaching for more snacks. Over time, those blood sugar swings lead to insulin resistance, weight gain, and even type 2 diabetes. And the marketing makes it worse. Words like natural flavors or heart-healthy give the illusion of a smart choice. But in reality, these packets have been stripped of much of their fiber and antioxidant content, leaving you with empty calories instead of nourishment. A study from the American Heart Association confirmed that diets high in hidden sugars and refined additives directly increase the risk of cardiovascular disease in older adults. Here's the fix. Stick with the basics. Choose plain rolled oats or steel-cut oats. They hold their full nutritional value. Then add your own natural flavors. Fresh fruit, a pinch of cinnamon, a splash of vanilla, or even a drizzle of raw honey in moderation. These real foods bring taste, fiber, and antioxidants that work with your body, not against it. If you've ever relied on flavored instant oats, type 9 in the comments. Let's see how many of us have fallen for the marketing tricks. Now that we've unwrapped the truth about instant oatmeal, let's move on to mistake number 8. This one is surprisingly common among seniors, and it's the reason your bowl of oats may not keep you full for long. Mistake number 8, eating oatmeal without adding protein. On its own, oatmeal is rich in fiber, vitamins, and minerals. It truly is a strong start to the day. But here's the problem. When you eat it alone without protein, you set yourself up for a quick rise in blood sugar followed by an equally quick drop. That's why so many people feel hungry again just an hour after a healthy bowl of oats. And for seniors, those swings in blood sugar are more than just an inconvenience. They can trigger fatigue, irritability, and even accelerate muscle loss. Think of protein as the anchor of your meal. Without it, oatmeal is mostly carbohydrates, leaving your body without the balance it needs. Over time, this can raise the risk of type 2 diabetes, weaken muscles, and reduce your daily energy. Research supports this. A study in the Journal of Nutrition and Aging found that seniors who paired protein with morning carbs had 40% better blood sugar control throughout the day. They also reported fewer cravings. Protein slows digestion. It keeps glucose levels steady, and it helps maintain lean muscle mass, which is critical after 65 when sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss, becomes a real threat. So how do you fix this? It's simple. Stir Greek yogurt or cottage cheese right into your oats. Sprinkle chia seeds, flax seeds, or hemp hearts for protein, plus omega-3s. Top with almonds, walnuts, or pumpkin seeds for extra staying power. Or pair your bowl with a boiled egg or even a small scoop of protein powder. These small upgrades transform oatmeal from a quick, carb-heavy meal into a balanced breakfast that fuels your muscles, steadies your blood sugar, and keeps your energy strong into the afternoon. If you've ever eaten oatmeal by itself without protein type 8 in the comments, I want to know how many of us are guilty of this simple slip. Now that we've secured the anchor of protein, let's move on to mistake number 7. This one has less to do with what you add and more to do with how much you're putting in your bowl. Mistake number 7. Eating too much oatmeal in one sitting. Yes, oatmeal is healthy, but here's the truth most people never talk about. Even the healthiest food can backfire when you eat too much at once. Many seniors make this mistake without realizing it. A large overflowing bowl of oats with nut butters, dried fruit honey, and extra toppings may look like the perfect superfood breakfast. But in reality, it can pack as many calories as a fast food burger meal. And that's not all. Oats expand when cooked. What looks like half a cup of dry oats can double into a massive portion. Add calorie-dense toppings on top, and suddenly you've consumed 600 to 800 calories before the day even starts. For older adults who may be less active, that's enough to stall weight loss, spike blood sugar, and even interfere with nutrient absorption. Too much fiber all at once can block iron and zinc uptake, leaving you bloated, gassy, or sluggish for hours. Science backs this up. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that people who consumed excess soluble fiber in one sitting reported more digestive discomfort and poorer mineral absorption compared to those who ate moderate spaced-out portions. So what's the fix? Portion control is key. Stick to half a cup of dry oats, about 40 to 50 grams. Once cooked, that provides plenty of volume. Then add toppings with balance in mind. A few berries, a sprinkle of nuts, or a spoonful of Greek yogurt is more than enough. If you're still hungry, add protein or healthy fats, not more oats. Think of oatmeal as a foundation, not a mountain. A modest bowl leaves you satisfied, light, and energized without the mid-morning crash. If you've ever filled your bowl a little too high, type 7 in the comments. Let's see how many of us are guilty of this. Now that we've talked about portion size, let's move on to mistake number 6. This one isn't about how much you eat, but about how you prepare your oats before cooking. Mistake number 6, not soaking oats before eating. Here's a small habit that makes a big difference: soaking your oats. Yet many people skip this step thinking oats are ready straight from the bag. The truth is, unsoaked oats can quietly block your body from absorbing vital minerals. Why? Because oats naturally contain phytic acid. Think of phytic acid as a nutrient thief. It binds to minerals like iron, calcium, magnesium, and zinc, keeping them from entering your system. Over time, if you eat oats daily without soaking, hidden deficiencies can build up. For seniors, this is especially concerning. Low calcium weakens bones. Iron deficiency brings fatigue. Zinc deficiency slows healing and weakens immunity. Science supports this warning. A study in nutrition research found that regularly eating high phytate foods without proper preparation reduced mineral absorption by up to 30%. For older adults who already absorb fewer nutrients with age, that's a mistake you simply can't afford. But the fix is surprisingly simple. Soak your oats overnight. Just add water, milk, or a plant-based option, and let them sit in the fridge for 6 to 8 hours. For extra effectiveness, add a splash of lemon juice or apple cider vinegar. This helps break down even more phytic acid. The next morning, you'll have oats that are softer, creamier, easier to digest, and far more nourishing. This simple step transforms oatmeal from just a healthy food into a true superfood for longevity. Think about it. A few seconds of preparation at night unlocks more nutrition in the morning. Isn't that worth it? If you've never soaked your oats before, type 6 in the comments. I'm curious to see how many of you will start this habit tonight. Now that we've unlocked the secret of soaking, let's move on to mistake number 5. And this one has everything to do with cooking your oats the right way. Mistake number 5, eating undercooked oats. Many people assume that once oats soften a little, they're ready to eat. But here's the truth. Undercooked oats can be tough on your body, and they keep you from getting the full benefits this food has to offer. Oats are rich in beta-glucan, a soluble fiber that lowers cholesterol, balances blood sugar, and feeds healthy gut bacteria. But when oats aren't fully cooked, that fiber stays too rigid. Instead of helping digestion, it can leave you bloated, gassy, or uncomfortable. And it doesn't stop there. Key minerals like iron, magnesium, and zinc are less available in undercooked oats. For seniors who already absorb fewer nutrients with age, this small mistake can quietly lead to deficiencies over time. Think of it this way. Undercooked oats are like a locked treasure chest. The nutrition is inside, but your body can't reach it. Fully cooked oats unlock those treasures, delivering steady energy and stronger digestion. Science confirms this. A study in the Journal of Food Science and Technology found that proper cooking increases the bioavailability of oats' nutrients, ensuring your body can actually use what you eat. So what's the fix? Cook oats with enough liquid and give them time to simmer until they're soft and creamy, not hard or chewy. If you're using a microwave, add extra water and stir between intervals to prevent uneven heating. The goal is a smooth, porridge-like consistency. That's when you know your oats are ready. By doing this, you're not just filling your stomach, you're fueling your body with the nutrition it needs. If you've ever eaten oats a little too firm, type 5 in the comments. Let's see how many of us have rushed breakfast before. Now that we've unlocked the benefits of proper cooking, let's talk about the opposite mistake. Because leaving your oats on the stove too long can rob them of their power just as quickly. Mistake number 4, overcooking oatmeal. If undercooked oats lock nutrition away, overcooked oats drain their power too. Many people think the longer oats cook, the better. But here's the problem. Leaving oats on the stove too long turns a golden superfood into a sticky, lifeless paste. Why is this harmful? First, nutrient loss. Excessive heat breaks down delicate vitamins, especially B vitamins, that fuel energy, brain health, and metabolism. Second, digestion trouble. When oats become overly mushy, they lose their natural texture. That makes them digest too quickly, causing blood sugar spikes, followed by crashes. You may feel full at first, but hunger returns fast, along with cravings. Third, poor eating experience. The creamy yet slightly chewy texture of properly cooked oats is what keeps you satisfied. Overcooked oatmeal turns heavy and glue-like, often leading people to add extra sugar or cream just to make it taste better. Science proves this. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that softer, overcooked foods are digested faster and trigger higher post-meal glucose spikes. For seniors, that means more risk of unstable blood sugar and energy drops. So what's the fix? Cook oats until tender and creamy, but not broken down into mush. Rolled oats usually need 5 to 10 minutes of gentle simmering. Steel-cut oats need about 20 to 25 minutes. They should be hearty, but not hard. If you prefer smoother oats, choose instant varieties instead of overcooking rolled or steel-cut. Think of it like this. Perfect oatmeal should feel alive in your mouth. Soft, creamy with enough texture to satisfy. Overcook it, and you lose both flavor and nutrition. If you've ever let your oats simmer too long, type 4 in the comments. I bet more of us are guilty of this than we realize. Now that we've seen the danger of overcooking, let's move to mistake number 3. This one isn't about timing, but about the very liquid you start with when cooking your oats. Mistake number 3, using the wrong liquid to cook oatmeal. Here's a mistake that ruins oatmeal for many people without them even knowing. Cooking oats directly in milk instead of water. It sounds harmless. After all, milk makes oats creamy, right? But the truth is, starting with milk changes both texture and nutrition in ways that can work against you. First, texture. When milk proteins hit high heat, They bind with oat starches. The result, a sticky, glue-like consistency that feels heavy instead of smooth and comforting. Second nutrient breakdown. Boiling milk for too long destroys delicate vitamins like B2 and B12. It also reduces the antioxidant activity in oats themselves. That means fewer nutrients make it onto your spoon. Third, digestion. Over-thickened oats can slow down stomach emptying too much. Instead of steady energy, you may feel overly full, sluggish, or even bloated. Researchers in the Journal of Food Science found that oats cooked in milk at high heat had 25% less antioxidant activity compared to oats cooked first in water and finished with milk later. For seniors whose nutrient absorption is already reduced with age, this mistake can blunt the very benefits you expect from oatmeal. So, what's the solution? Think of it as a two-step method. Step 1. Cook your oats in water until they're nearly done. Step 2. After removing from direct heat, stir in warm milk or a plant-based option like almond soy or oat milk. This way, you keep the creamy texture without losing nutrition. And if you love extra creaminess, add a small splash of milk right before serving instead of boiling it. Water is for cooking. Milk is for finishing. Use this trick and your oats will be light, nourishing, and easier to digest. If you've ever boiled oats in milk from the start, type 3 in the comments. Let's see how common this mistake really is. Now that we've fixed the liquid problem, let's move to mistake number 2. And this one may surprise you because it's not about sugar cooking or toppings. It's about something so simple, yet so often ignored. Mistake number 2. Skipping the salt when cooking oatmeal. Many people believe that keeping oatmeal as plain as possible is the healthiest way. No sugar, no flavorings, and especially no salt. It sounds logical, right? But here's the surprising truth. Leaving out salt doesn't make your oatmeal healthier. It actually makes it less satisfying and can even backfire. Here's why. First, flavor. Without salt, oats taste flat. And when your breakfast feels dull, what do most people do? They reach for sugar, honey, or syrup to liven it up. That single choice can undo the very benefits you're trying to protect. Second, absorption. A pinch of salt at the start of cooking penetrates each oat, enhancing its natural nutty sweetness. It also helps toppings like fruit nuts and spices blend together more harmoniously. Third, nutrition. Sodium in moderation plays a role in nutrient absorption and maintaining proper nerve and muscle function. For seniors, this balance is critical. Going too restrictive can actually cause imbalances that weaken the body. Science confirms this. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that lightly salted oatmeal improved satiety by nearly 15% compared to unsalted oatmeal. People reported enjoying their meal more and were less likely to crave sweets later in the day. So, what's the fix? Just a pinch. Half a teaspoon of sea salt or Himalayan salt added to the cooking water is enough. This small amount unlocks flavor, balances nutrition, and makes oats naturally taste sweeter without the need for sugar overload. Think of salt as a flavor key. Use it wisely, and it turns a lifeless bowl into a deeply satisfying breakfast. If you've ever skipped salt in your oatmeal, type 2 in the comments. I want to see how many of you have tried to keep it plain, but ended up craving sugar instead. Now that we've seasoned our oats correctly, it's time for the final mistake. And this one is bigger than sugar, milk, or salt. It's about relying too heavily on oatmeal itself. Mistake number 1. Relying solely on oatmeal for your diet. Oatmeal is powerful. Packed with fiber, beta-glucans, and antioxidants, it supports heart health, digestion, and weight management. But here's the critical mistake. believing that oatmeal alone is enough to sustain your long-term health. The truth is, oats are nutrient-rich but not nutrient-complete. Yes, they provide energy and fiber, but they fall short in other key areas your body needs, especially as you age. First, protein gaps. Oatmeal has some protein, but not enough high-quality protein to protect your muscles. For seniors, consistent protein intake is vital to prevent sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass and strength. Second, missing healthy fats. Your brain and heart thrive on omega-3 fatty acids. Oats don't supply them. Without these fats, inflammation risk rises and cognitive health can decline faster. Third, vitamin and mineral shortfalls. Oats are low in vitamin B12, vitamin D, and absorbable iron. Over time, relying too heavily on oatmeal can leave you fatigued, anemic, or with reduced immune resilience. Science backs this up. Research in the Journal of Nutrition and Healthy Aging found that diets built around a single staple food increased nutrient deficiency risk by more than 30% in older adults. So, what's the fix? Think of oatmeal as the foundation, not the whole house. Pair it with protein like eggs, yogurt, or chia seeds. Add healthy fats like walnuts, almond butter, or flaxseed oil. And rotate with other superfoods, vegetables, legumes, lean fish, and colorful fruits to fill in the gaps. A healthy diet is never about one perfect food. It's about balanced variety and how foods work together to nourish your body. If you've ever leaned too heavily on oatmeal type 1 in the comments, let's be honest, many of us have. Now that we've revealed all 10 mistakes, let's bring everything together with one final message. So, there you have it. 10 oatmeal mistakes that could quietly rob you of the very benefits this superfood is meant to deliver. From adding too much sugar, relying on flavored instant packets, skipping protein, or even cooking oats the wrong way, each slip may feel small. But over time, these little mistakes can weaken your heart, spike your blood sugar, or leave you feeling sluggish instead of strong. The good news, every single mistake has a simple fix. Sweeten naturally with fruit or spices. Balance your oats with protein and healthy fats. Cook them the right way. And most importantly, remember that oatmeal is just one part of a bigger, more balanced diet. When you prepare it wisely, oatmeal becomes a golden breakfast. It fuels your heart, it stabilizes your energy, and it supports healthy aging for years to come. At the end of the day, it's not about giving up oatmeal, it's about elevating it, turning a simple bowl into a tool for longevity, strength, and vitality. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss our future tips. And in the comments below, tell me what mistake will you fix first. I can't wait to hear your answer. Remember, age is just a number, but your daily choices decide how strong, energized, and vibrant you feel. Stay informed, stay consistent, and most of all, stay ageless.